Hi everyone, welcome back. So far, we've uncovered what self-esteem really is, and we've explored how culture, childhood, and trauma shape the way we see ourselves. Now let's talk about what really matters, how to rebuild self-esteem step by step. If you've ever felt like your self-worth is shaky, or that you struggle to feel valuable no matter what you accomplish, this video is for you. By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 powerful steps to start strengthening your self-esteem from the inside out. Let's start with one of the biggest mindset shifts. Your worth is not based on what you do. That's a hard one to unlearn because for most of us, self-esteem has been tied to external success. Think about it. From a young age, we're praised for getting good grades, winning awards, and being well behaved. And we're often criticized or ignored when we struggle, fail, or don't meet expectations. So we start to believe I'm valuable when I succeed and I'm not enough when I fail. But that's a trap. If your worth is tied to achievements, what happens when things don't go well? What happens when you lose a job, make a mistake, or don't meet a goal? Do you suddenly stop being valuable? Of course not. Your achievements can add to your life, but they don't define your worth. Let's try shifting your perspective right now. If you can, grab a notebook or just think about your answers. Write down a big success you've had in your life. Something you're proud of, maybe a career milestone, a personal goal, or an achievement. Now write down a time when you felt like you failed, a moment when things didn't go the way you wanted. Now ask yourself, did your worth as a person actually change between these 2 moments? Did your deservingness of attention, love, compassion towards you from those around you change? Were you less valuable when you failed? Were you more valuable when you succeeded? The answer is hopefully no to all of these questions. Your self-worth doesn't move up and down based on performance. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking free from achievement-based self-esteem. The next step to rebuilding self-esteem is to pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Because let's be honest, most of us wouldn't talk to a friend the way we talk to ourselves. Imagine this. Your friend tells you, I made a mistake at work today. Would you say, wow, you're such a failure. You'll never get it right. Get out of my sight. No way. You'd probably say, hey, mistakes happen. You'll figure it out. But when we mess up, we often say things to ourselves like, I'm so stupid. I'll never get this right. I'm not good enough. This inner dialogue shapes how we see ourselves, and if we don't challenge it, we reinforce negative beliefs about our worth. So let's change that. Try this exercise. For the next 24 hours, I want you to pay attention to your self-talk. Whenever you catch yourself saying something harsh, something super critical, ask, would I say this to a close friend? Would I talk to a child this way? Hopefully not. Would I say this to someone I love? Would I say this to a close friend? If the answer is no, try replacing it with something more realistic and, dare I say it, with some compassion. Instead of, I'm so stupid, try, I made a mistake, but I'm learning. Instead of, I'll never get this right, try, I'm figuring it out. I did it a bit better this time than last time. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I'm human and I matter. Self-esteem isn't built on fake positivity. It's built on self-compassion. Here's the thing. Self-esteem isn't just a thought. It's something you build through action. Every time you make choices that honor your needs, your time, your voice, and your well-being, you send a message to yourself and the world that you matter and you're important. Here are some small but powerful actions that reinforce your worth. Saying no to things that drain you. Taking yourself to the gym even though you couldn't be bothered. Setting boundaries even when it's uncomfortable. Prioritizing rest and self-care without guilt. Speaking up when something isn't right. Doing something for yourself just because you deserve it. Every time you make a choice that honors your value, your self-esteem gets stronger. And over time, these small shifts create a deep, unshakable sense of self-worth. Each action is a vote for the type of person you want to be, so if you keep doing self-esteem affirming behaviors, you keep yourself well connected to your self-worth. That self-worth that's already there, just waiting for you to connect to it. If you can, grab a notebook or think about your answers. What's one thing you've tied your worth to? Success, appearance, approval? What's one way you can separate your worth from that thing? What's one small action you can take this week to reinforce your worth? Now let me know in the comments. What's one self-talk habit you want to change? What's a small action you'll take to build self-esteem this week? What's something you used to believe about your worth that you no longer do? This is just the beginning of rebuilding self-esteem. In the next video, we'll cover how to handle criticism and rejection without letting it affect your self-worth. So if you found this helpful as usual, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the rest in the series.